Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new Let's Play on Total War Warhammer 3. We're going to be playing as Malekith, which is Naggaroth, and we're going to be playing on the SFO mod, or Simply Fun Overhaul. And if you guys have not heard of the Simply Fun Overhaul mod, it is a lovely little mod. I'm just going to move over to this one so we don't actually keep hearing the same loop of repeat of the intro, of the intro video for Malekith there. Simply Fun Overhaul is a mod that essentially tries to not improve vanilla in a sense. It tries to be something different than vanilla. It's not like an overhaul of the game in that sense. So it is still going to be like vanilla, but it's going to have a lot of improvements or changes that are not meant to be seen as improvements. They're just meant to be seen as a way to enjoy the game differently and then have a little bit of fun. Now, the reason I'm going to want to play this is because I haven't played a proper SFO campaign. Like, I've dabbled in it a little bit in 3, but 2 is when I did like my own like personal games where I played a lot of SFO. And honestly, I don't remember that much about it because the only games I really did were High Elves, and I like playing as Tyrion because Tyrion's fun. I always like playing as Tyrion. I like High Elves. High Elves are cool. So, in this one, we're going to be playing as Malekith, one of my other favorite characters, because I haven't actually played as Malekith in a very long time, and I feel like it's a nice little change. So, we're going to be playing as Malekith. We're going to be trying to roleplay it a little bit as he slowly returns to his home. And if you guys know by the name of the actual Let's Play, this is going to be called, well, it's not going to be, is called The True Phoenix King. Now, if anybody doesn't know the lore of the end times, or if you don't like the end times, understandable. But in the end times, Malekith actually does return to Ulthuan, bathes in the fires of Asuyran, and actually, in the end times lore specifically, which again a lot of people don't like and a lot of people do, it's a very, very tumultuous relationship with that stuff. But he bathes in the fire, becomes the Phoenix King, and you reunites the Dark Elves, or the Druchii, and the Asur, leading to another civil war, admittedly, but, you know, it's not the point. He becomes the de facto leader in a sense. It's not a good relationship to begin with. It's very much a no one has forgiven him, and no, he intends to continue being an absolute dick. But it does kind of fit in with the whole, Archaeons end times come in, and the Order factions kind of needing, to, well, kind of just get together and shut up and just kind of do stuff. They need to focus. So obviously Tyrion fucks off with the Sword of Cain, and Teclis tries to manage a semi, it kind of just keeps the balance between the Druchii and the Asur. But yeah, we're going to be playing as this, and the reason I mentioned the True Phoenix King, or mentioned stuff about the Phoenix King and stuff like that, because obviously, as we all know, if you don't know, Malekith is the son of Anarion, the first Phoenix King, which if you probably played with Tyrion, you hear him keep saying the true heir of Anarion all the time. This is his son, if you didn't know. So yes, we're going to be playing as the Druchii. We're going to be playing as this lovely guy. But as you see, left him scarred, hatred, blah, blah, blah. But it's lovely. So, obviously, the reason, or the big changes in this mod is going to be the glory to Malekith and his sacrifices. He gets, obviously, all these bonuses as well. And there are unique units in SFO, which I think is really cool. The first unique unit is a Manticore Lord, then the Shadowfire Guard, and High Elf units after taking the Shrine of Asuyran. This is obviously, kind of explaining a little bit about why we're going for this. So let's get straight into it and have a little bit of fun as, the true Phoenix King, Malekith. Now, we're going to be probably taking a while for this. This campaign is not going to be an easy one, as SFO does add a lot of changes that I don't dislike. It's not my typical, oh, I'm going to go play Radius and, have all these really fun units. It's basically, a overhaul in a sense. It is an overhaul, obviously, but I keep trying to say, because I did a little research into just how SFO like to portray themselves, and obviously saying it's a vanilla overhaul is just not right.
All bow before the Witch King.
Indeed, 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 Malekith. So, if you don't know how to play Dark Elves, if it's your first time watching, anything to do with Total Warhammer, essentially, as the Dark Elves, we like to capture slaves, and we like to use those to power our economy, or power kind of the rights and stuff that we do inside of our country, or inside of our nation. So that's going to be like a pivotal thing for us, and obviously it's going to matter a lot what we do with them in the times that we go. The next thing is we have a certain right down here, which we can get ourselves black arcs, which are essentially fortress cities that float. It's kind of hard to explain unless you know the lore really well. And while I do know the lore of like Warhammer quite well, I still don't find myself the best at explaining this. But there we go. It says there, great floating fortress of war, torn from the earth by the mighty magic of the Dark Elves. They terrorize the sea, roaming in support of armies of the Dark Elves on land. And the last thing we can do is construct the shrine of the Widowmaker on the Shrine of Cain in Elf 1 to obtain the Sword of Cain. Now that is the sword I spoke about in the beginning, which was taken by Tyrion in the End Times lore. It is an extremely powerful weapon. So our first mission is to defeat any army belonging to the following Clan Septic. So of course, Malekith, being an absolute Chad, loving his new home of Naggaroth, which he named after Naggaroth, which is this part, or Naggaroth, this part of Elf 1, which was originally his home, with the Shrine of Cain on it. Obviously, he fled afterwards and became Naggaroth. Now, he likes to keep his home very, very, very empty of rodents. So, we are going to help him cleanse this place of rodents. We also unlock the right sacrifice to Akati. This is going to give us some extra stuff. Obviously, the shrine sacrifice to Afarti, which is some loyalty stuff and some dick tax costs. We'll go over these more in time later. I'm going to kind of try and treat this as like people's first campaign instead of like my Radius ones where I just kind of play and have a lot of fun. Next is the sacrifice to Mathland, which allows us to get the Black Arcs, as said, which we need to obviously. You do need to fill, as you can see, certain things to actually get these. And the last is the sacrifice to Cain, which is obviously, again, we will go over when necessary. The next thing to do is obviously technology. There has been a little bit of an overhaul in the technology, adding new ones, and obviously I believe, I don't actually know, do they change? I think these are, yeah, some of these are changed, some of these are different, are the same. And I will say this, SFO adds some really interesting stuff when they they change a lot of the what you get from buildings and how stuff like edicts do. So it's definitely something to keep your eye on. And I think so. If we look at our thing here, as it says here, if we got Druchii Herbalist, we would get an additional effect unlocked for the Barracks Chain. If we go to here, this is the Barracks Chain. What it does is, if we have the Herbalist, other than just giving it a little income and the ability to recruit bleak swords and dark shards, it actually, and obviously gives us a garrison, it gives us character experience per turn in this province and units experience in this province. So anyone who would be in the Iron Foothills would gain experience. Lure of the Pale Queen. So yeah, as you can see, we've got loads of stuff here. This is obviously our main building, and then we have the good old Dark Elf Port, which provides garrisons as well. So, first things first, let's build up Naggaroth to a dark hold. We want to make sure that our capital is, of course, being strong enough to support us. Next, which do I think is going to be better? I think we'll do Founded on Tyranny, as I do like to get, I like to go down this bottom one in the base game, or in vanilla, as quickly as possible, because I think it really does help the Dark Elves. Also, I have noticed that my good friend doesn't own that territory. So we are currently allied to Hagrief, which is how you start the campaign. You start the campaign allied to Malus, Darkblade. He is your best friend. He is really goddamn powerful as well, but apparently he does not own Hagrief, which is right there. Apparently that's owned by Clan Caron. So depending on if he gets that, we may actually expand down there. But for now, we have a more pressing matter to deal with. There are rats in our realm. Let's put those rats into the ground. So here we are. We're going to be fighting Scabbers. That's just such a weird name. But as you can see, also another really big thing that has changed in SFO is unit sizes. The Black Guard of Naggaroth being a very good display of this. Instead of I think they had 80 in vanilla, they have 60 now. And everything else there looks unchanged. But you can definitely tell off the Skaven. On Ultra, Skaven slaves are 280 large. And they have, the armor and everything you'd expect from it. So again, everything is nice and balanced and really, really fun, in my opinion. Now, they do say they're not striking for balance, they're striking for enjoyment. But I do think that SFO is one of the best balanced mods out there, which is, it's just the truth, in my opinion. Yes, it's the truth, in my opinion. One of those. That's a really good word salad right there, isn't it? So, After we get this battle done, I will be explaining the next thing that we'll be doing, but the battle is more important. Because I want to play as Malekith. I do love Malekith. He was my second or third campaign I played when I first got Total War 2. Total Warhammer 2, sorry. Hey, I didn't actually get anything, so that was a waste of time. Actually, yeah, it's there. We're going to put our Blackguard in center of our troops, and I'm going to move my men up here a little bit so we can ignore that little there. So this is Group 1. Look at our beautiful Blackguard of Naggaroth. Lovely little blue eyes. He wanted murder on his face. So, let's get our Dark Shards behind. Now, Dark Shards don't have the greatest range, but they are really good. Like, they are heavy, if I'm correct, I'm saying they're armor-piercing tier 1 missiles, which is very, very good. Put Malekith in front of our line, and our Sorcerer, Hagreen, behind. Now, we're just going to rush up here. Your job is to get up straight away. And now, this Cold One Chariots is a missile thing, but we're going to be using them just to kind of run through the enemy.
Ensure we are the hunters, not the prey.
Here's the beauty that is Malekith and his red cloak. And there we go. There are the enemy. So, first things first, we're going to move you there. We're going to rush Group 1 here. And Group 2, just chill there. Malekith, just go. Malekith is an absolute chad in single combat. So it's not something we need to give a big worry to. And his magic, as you can see, is really good as well. Yeah, Malekith, melee expert, and he's got the Juggernaut trait. Which I actually did not... that is definitely something I didn't notice. Yeah, cool. Right. You guys charge. Let's see. It's always worth charging straight away. Yeah, we'll get our Cold One's chariots behind. You guys actually focus on there. And as you can see, the infantry broke very quickly. Because, you know, they're Skaven slaves. And they're facing, you know, the Giga Chad that is, you know... The Giga Chad that is Malekith. So we're going to move you there. Move you down there. And as you can see, Skaven break very quickly in this, which is, in my opinion, really fun. I like the fact that the Skaven feel, you know, it definitely feels. I haven't actually played them in SFO, but it definitely feels like as you fight them, that they really do, you know, rely heavily on numbers, which I feel is like obviously a very good, like a very true experience to playing as the Skaven. Yeah, I'm wasting all my magic on Malekith for now because Malekith is legitimately just better. And there we go, the first battle victory. Again, it's only Skaven, so it's not exactly an impressive victory, but it is definitely a victory I'll enjoy nevertheless. Now, we're going to try and speed up and just kill as many as we can with our chariots, just to buff up our chariot kills a little bit, try and get them maybe a bit of XP. Now, obviously, I don't think we're going to need to... Well, we don't need to do this, because this is just the first army. The first army pretty much always disappears. I just wanted to see if I could get XP there, and yeah, Scabbers got away, but it doesn't matter. We were decisively victorious, which is what matters. We lost 2 men, and it looks like I lost them from the Bleak Swords. But as you can see, our men just absolutely waltzed in and didn't kill that many, really, but because, again, the Skaven slaves and Skaven and clan rats, unfortunately, they just weren't going to, you know, hold against us. The first thing after this we need to do is go and take, you know, their settlement and teach the clan Septic that Malekith may have been negligent in his duties recently, planning the domination of Ulthuan, but he will not sit idly as some rats sit in his territory. So he's obviously, you know, jumped up his little army and is going to start, you know, having a little bit of fun. So we could murder some captives, which actually is really good. It gives you 10% extra weapon spending for the next battle. We could ransom the captives, or we could do something that is a lot more useful for us right now, which is enslave them. So we're going to enslave them. That's going to give us... Wait, I'm sorry. And there we go. So we've done that. One second. So, Outrider's handgun. That's completely useless to us. So we'll pull that off him and give it to someone else, because Malekith doesn't have a ranged weapon. So, you know, that's literally not useful to him. And we didn't even level up from the first battle. Ugh, ridiculous. Right, let's get to Har Kaldra. And we, of course, will be doing this one. But before we do this, I actually want to edit the first thing that's to do with playing SFO. Now, SFO has got one thing that a lot of mods do not have. It has the ability to customize your experience in SFO Grimhammer 3. You can legitimately change so many things. Like in battles, you can make them slower. Garrison, you can make stronger, weaker. Characters, you can make stronger, weaker. Healing capacity up and down. Siege, growth, everything. And the first thing is faction-wide caps for unit caps. I don't like having unit caps on. I know a lot of people do, and a lot of people don't. It's just how it is. I don't like it. So we're gonna obviously keep that on. Now you can have more armies, line of sight, difficulty, custom SFO units, character defense against agents. Like you see, you can really just kind of mess around and have a little bit of fun and like change stuff just for the fun of it. Now, obviously, we're not going to touch anything else. We're just going to touch the unit caps because I like to keep everything going as it is. I think it does a good job. Now, we do have a lot of Witch King authority, so I think it's worthwhile having a quick look. This is the glory to Malekith. As you can see, we've got first things first. In the Heir of Anarion, we have 4 different things that upgrade units for 10 turns and are completely redoable. They only cost 25, but, you know, early on, that's pretty expensive. So the first one is obviously Creature from the Depths, which increases our harpies, feral dragons, and black dragons, gives those darken, and gives the Charybdis, war hydras, and medusas. Kuranakar. So this is you know, pretty cool. You know, it buffs them up a little bit, and it gives these guys a hex, gives these guys an augment. Druchii Discipline makes toy with prey for bleak swords, dread spears, and melee corsairs, and shades, dark shards, bolt throwers, handbow corsairs get bloodthirsty competition. Again, really cool abilities that just kind of add a little bit more to the game. And again, Dreadful Predators, and then again, obviously Kane's Blessing. As again, they upgrade and, you know, give different stuff to different units, which I think is really, really cool. You know, it really does give you the ability to play a little bit more if you're willing to put these, your Witch King authority into some new stuff. The next thing is obviously upgrading or buffing Malekith. The first is Call Upon the Six Sorcerers, Witch King's Command, Offering a Nephrimmer, and Crack the Whips. Which again, as you can see, very simple bonuses, but again, very powerful and very interesting in my opinion. Like, they're very, very useful. Next is Iron Fist. These are give you a permanent effect, as it says there. The first time is on time, so range for spells, diplomatic relations, battle reinforcement time and reinforcement range. Adaptation gives some growth, again, more diplomacy with Dark Elves, income from raiding. Nobility, character XP, loyalty, dark plates, unbreakable for Blackguard of Naggaroth, and stuff like that. But the last thing is Druchii, where we can confederate with every major faction of the Druchii. And that is what we're going to be doing. This is kind of like, you know, my main goal is to get all of these guys under our yoke and kind of have them enjoying the campaign with us. But I believe it is time to end the Skaven corruption here. They currently have 2 uses of this. Let's see if that's true. Let's go have some fun against the Skaven. Now, I've fought a lot of Skaven recently in my play games of these, but it always feels different playing SFO to like Radius. Obviously, in a lot of ways, because they are both very different kind of approaches at how they do overhauls, which is why I think they're both probably the 2 best mods for Warhammer. I would say in Total War, but I don't know if SFO does non-Warhammer stuff. I think they do. I can't remember. But assuming they don't, because again, I do not actually remember. Yeah, you know, they are still joint first for the best mods in thing. Here we go. Let's get you going. Group 1. Now, I'm going to basically do the same strategy we did in the last battle, but I'm going to kind of turn our facing this time to be more facing this way. Again, we're going to put you up here just so you can, yeah. Ah, so they're using the depths to actually buff themselves. Now, I don't know if they actually degrade anymore. They might not, which is kind of like, you know, the reason maybe they use it, but... Okay, you guys, yeah, let's go there. Realign you so you're straight. Slam... Okay, yeah, I probably should have let them actually charge. What is the mass of these guys? 2,000, the mass of you? 100, so yeah. Actually, pull out for now. I made a little bit of a mistake there. Right. Next thing to do is just separate all of our units, charge you in. But basically, we want to capture as many of the men in our line as we can. All right. And there we go. Another beautiful use of some spells. All right, I want you to break there. You can come in there as well. Slam you in there. Bring you down there. Right. Yeah, actually, you come over here. Get those, actually. Yeah, these guys are getting stuck on the spears. Realistically, the spears should be, like, no threats, but... Yeah, we're losing some stuff due to damage, which actually is really interesting. We are losing stuff due to being damage sustained. I did not know was something that happened in SFO, which is really cool. Now, I want to go break those Skaven slave slingers over there. Blackguard, keep pursuing, please. As you know, these guys aren't going to break unless we force them to be broken, you know? And I don't even think we'll get to Murderous Prowess, personally, before this battle ends.
Murder awaits. On to battle.
Yeah, they've already broken, it looks like. Let's have a look at our Dark Sorceress legging over here, so she's going to try and use a fireball at some point. One more Winds of Magic and we'll let you throw this fireball. Gonna let me use the fireball, or there we go. Yeah, we've lost quite a bit of troops here in terms of like, we've lost more troops than I was expecting. Dark Shards, keep putting them down. Oh no, Dark Shards, there's clan rats there that are trying to be, you know, trying to play a little bit there. Come on, come on, come on, lads. Quickly.
Make them bleed. Druchii.
Oh, they've actually got some men behind me there.
Dark elves.
Right, break them, and then we'll, yeah. We'll break the Skaven slaves. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, the Skaven are doing exactly what they do, which is they are breaking themselves and just power themselves up a little bit, which is rude. Okay, those Skaven slaves are charging into our Dread Spears. Our Dread Spear should be absolutely slapping them. Yeah, it is. Pull you two back for now. Yeah, she's got that. So, it's Jay, isn't it? That did not work the way I was expected to, but just turn around. Yeah, keep you there and put the Dread Spears down there, just so we have, like, some reinforcements, or, like, some, you know, better positioning for our men. Requires 8 to use that, fair enough. Take them out. They're about to hit Murderous Prowess, actually, as well. And we hit Murderous Prowess. So what does Murderous Prowess actually gives us... Wow, it actually has a stage 2 which stays. Oh, cool. Okay, who is still here? Like, who is still... You are. All right, break. You. Break. There we go. I was going to say, they are trying their damnedest to not let me do what... let me break them completely. There we go. Just wanted to use one more spell with Malekith, but 25 losses is acceptable. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, she did really good, the Sorceress of Fire, this time. She sat there and just kind of let things happen. We lost 25. Did I kill my own troops? Yeah, I must have actually shot my own troops in the back a bit, because we lost 25, but 1, 4... They've got 4 kills on there, apparently. Then again, the summoned units might have killed stuff. That is something I didn't think about. Yeah, we'll assume that the enemy killed our men and we didn't do it. Here we go. One more Witch King's Authority, and then some slaves. Now, as we are in, indeed needing of slaves, we're going to loot and occupy pretty much everything. There we go. And we've captured and occupied Har Kaldra. Beautiful. And we now need to maintain a full province, and we also got the potion of foolhardiness. You are not, he's not equipped. Wait, why have you not equipped that? Yeah, that'd be great for him. Let's just chuck that on you.
King of Naggaroth.
Yeah, that doesn't help you either, so there's no point putting that there. So, with that, we now have finished the first settlement. Now, I will actually be moving over the military buildings to here at some point. Not yet, but there's a lot to look at, because they've added, obviously, some new buildings here. They've added, and they've changed a lot of how everything works as well, which is interesting. The first things first, let's look at the commandments. The first is demand highborn hostages. We get extra control, campaign movement range for enemy armies is decreased, and obviously we lose income from slaves. Enforced tribute payments, upkeep goes down, local recruits goes up. Sacrifice for Cain loses some slaves, but we gain a bunch of bonuses for people for stuff in that, and some faction-wide stuff as well. We can increase the slave production quota, which cheapens the rush construction slave cost. We lose 50 slaves base a turn, but we gain extra income. And the last is the Reed Dark Portents. We get extra campaign movement range for armies starting in this province. Enemy hero actions in this success chance decreases. We get extra replenishment. We get extra ambush success. But also, we get to intercept stuff using tunneling, beast paths, or world routes by 25%. But now, this is going to be more useful to us. Now, what building do we want here? We've got two buildings here that are kind of what we need to build. And I'd say extra growth is going to be the biggest right now. So we're going to build the Dark Elf Miners for the growth, so the casualty replenishment, enemy leadership stuff. And because we have 5 or more slaves, we actually will have 10. We'll get, I don't know if that's an additional 10 growth or it's just 5 extra growth. But it also provides a dead bread spear, so we'll build that. Now we could auto build this, just like we could auto build this, but I think it's going to be more important right now to get these dictats done. And you know what? I think I'm going to immediately, like, if we next turn there's going to be some provincial instability. Yeah, I would very much like to slam that now, but I think we're going to save it. Now we could do the sacrifice to Akati, but I don't really want to do that. And we can't sell our slaves, just because at the moment we don't have the money. We don't have enough slaves to sell.
Speak.
Now the one thing we do need to do is actually recruit, and recruitment costs are a lot more expensive in SFO because, why not? I think it actually does help. But I'm going to add 2 more of these bad boys, and I'm going to add an extra bleak spear. Actually, no. I'm going to add an extra bleak sword, sorry, not dread spear. I think that'll help that army be a little bit more aggressive. Now, of course, we have got Valkyr to the north. We've got the Ancestral Throng a little further south, a little bit over here. We also have the Exiles of the Heck, Naggaroth, Celostra. We have a lot of different people who are going to be very, very painful. As such, we are not going to be fighting the Dark Elves if we can help it. We're going to be playing nice with the Dark Elves in quotation marks. Now, none of these guys are actually important people to us. So let's get Karan Kar on side, I think.
Welcome to the Black
Yeah,
Court.
we'll get some
Carefully.
we'll go for fostering good relations for now. So non-aggression pact and trade.
Foul sorcerers.
Now, Clan Karon, Clark Karon, sorry.
You know of my powers, and still you come.
Yeah, we don't really want to, as much as I want to get money out of you, I'm going to try not to for now. Again, we want to foster good relations so we can, merge with them. But then again, these guys might get annexed by, these guys are different. I'm going to treat these guys a little different because they might get, or they should, because they might get annexed by Malus due to the way Malus's campaign works. I don't know if obviously it'll work for them.
Do not
it's good to know. It's good to try.
nature. I don't have one.
I was like, what Grond had its own lead as a special leader, or is that a different? Yeah, oh no, she's there. No matter. No, I'll take money off you too. And Harkeneth, there we go. Crone Hellebrand. Now this is the one person I will not be taking money from because we want to make sure we raise this as high as possible. She would actually go for a defensive alliance. You know what? A defensive alliance of Crone Hellebrand early on is going to be very good for us. Nobody wants military alliances.
Power.
Nobody wants me to annex them. Okay, there we go. So I think... Okay, we can actually build an outpost in Haganeth. It's only 2,000, actually, which is nice. So I might... We'll chill for now. I don't think I really want to spend the money on that.
I am the Witch King.
We've got ourselves recruiting there. And the next goal, yeah, as you can see, there is the Ancestral Throng. So we're going to have to kill him very quickly because he's going to be painful. And my kind of goal is to maybe get to 100 King of or 140 and kind of get maybe one of these first. Or just rush for 200 and try and get a new Legendary Lord. I don't think it's going to be that simple, but we'll see. I've also never actually clicked one of these. I kind of want to... Do I want to get this one just quickly just so you can get the extra recruitment?
Lord of the Black Tower.
What would I get? I'd probably get 2 more spear units, to be honest. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do the Witch King's command. And there we go. For 10 turns, we have now received this gift. Which means, yeah, we can recruit extra. So let's recruit 2 extra Dread Spears to buff this army up to a little bit more, you know, sustainability in a fight. And now let's look at our victory conditions, because I think these have all been reworked. Our victory condition is to destroy Tyrion. Makes sense. Control the following province, Lothern, and have 30 provinces overall. We would get experience gain for all units, a campaign line of sight, and hero capacity for all units. Not bad. A long victory is own the Shrine of Cain, destroy every single faction that exists that is a high elf, and also own Attain. Which means we would get attrition casualties for all attrition, Shadows of Anlek for everybody, and also hero success chance. And that is interesting. That's a nice little tier-shaped stuff there. So, we are going to be going over and taking here. What do we get from here? We get the Altar of Ultimate Darkness, which is... Damn, that's really cool. And that is the main settlements here. We will be taking that now. I don't know where you are, but I'm assuming you're... That looks like it controls there. That looks like it's there, so I'm assuming it's down here, but it's been a while since I played on this map, so I do not remember. So, let's go for our first end turn. And as we do that, we're going to quickly make sure we watch every single person, because I like to be nosy, and we're also going to change ourselves to fast, because it is nice having ourselves move a little bit quicker than we would normally. Look at him take Blackrock. What a Chad. We do know the Malice campaign is very... Malice himself is just really strong. And Admiral Leech. Oh, I remember how good you did for me. Ah, there are some little shits there. That's fine. And here we go, SFO Grimhammer free. Welcome to simple fun overhaul. Grimhammer free mod by Venrus and the SFO mod team. This is a complete game overhaul that will provide a fun and different experience from another game. In the top left panel, you can find a new button that will obviously help you customize it. And of this, you can essentially just press one of these to give you a little bonus for 10 turns. Or 1 turn. And you know what? I just like to do time of maneuvers for a meter, you know, just early on, because I think it's fun. An ally has begun construction in Naggaroth of a thing, which is going to give us some extra troops, basically. So Naggaroth is going to be, let's just say, very well defended and should not fall anytime soon.
Ever vengeful.
And Malekith cannot get to his destination this turn. So what we could do is we could go into... Ooh, Druchii stands. Interesting. That gives Vanguard deployment to all of our troops. I like the idea of that. Let's go into Druchii Strike and let's move forward so we can go take there. We have an outpost obviously available. We can now build one and have Grief as well, but we're gonna steer clear of that for now. Now, I still don't know if he's gonna get clan. Oh crap! Karen has been attacked by. I forgot about the Slaughterhorn. They and I have had interesting relations recently. Now, we could spend 300 slaves to immediately get Naggaroth up. And by could, I mean we're going to. What this does give us access to is upgrading the Hall of Mustering, which I may do. Gives us access to the Altar of Cain, which I definitely want. Now, we can ignore unit capacity because, again, we're not playing with those. And as you can see, it does have extra stuff that you can get from technology. But one of the main reasons I want to do this is I do like Hagenef Executioners. They are very fun. And we'll be getting our Manticore Lords and Blackguards over here. We could also get the Sawyer. Yeah, we'll do that here, just because extra money and trade goods. Now, the real question is, do we want a garrison? Which, honestly, I don't think I do. I think for once, I may just ignore the garrison. I don't think we need it. It does give the Shadows of Anlek for armies in this region, but I think, honestly, I want to start getting some Sisters of Slaughter and some Witch Elves, as I do like both of them. They are very unarmored units, but I think we should be able to, you know, do a lot with them. This one's very much a support unit, which is, you know, very good. It does have the bleed effect, and I think this one has the frenzy effect. Yeah, so it will then obviously lead to the Death Hag, Cainite Assassin, and again, eventually the Hagenef Executioners. We could just say sod it and go for some buildings in here, like, you know, get some extra dictats, extra control. Like, we do want control buildings everywhere because we're going to need it. Do I want to, like, the real question is just money right now. So do we need, like, I think early on we want the ability to recruit new units. So we're going to go with this, and we're going to see how that goes. And you know what? Yeah, we may as well just upgrade you, because we get the ability with Dark Shards of Shields, but also we get the ability to recruit a Master, and then we eventually get the Black Arc Corsairs and the Reaper Bolt Thrower, which is, are they called Reaper Bolt Throwers for you? Yeah. Because it's Claw Bolt Throwers for, yeah, it's Reaper Bolt Throwers for us, and Claw Bolt for the High Elves. Now, I have no interest in making any deals with my my ally's enemy. Grond would like a military, would like a defensive alliance.
You would do well to kneel, but success awaits.
For now, I am very interested in, like I said, keeping the Dark Elves in line. As that is something that, you know, is very good for us. If we keep them in line, it makes our life a little easier. Now, we could do the Sacrifice to Hecate, which would give us some more stuff. We also need to make sure we do demand highborn hostages, just so we can get, you know, get to the Sacrifice to Hecate, which gives us the extra control, dig tax costs, and stuff, so on and so forth. We also do not have enough slaves to do any dictats. Big sad. We're in our Druchii Strike stance, which is really cool. Dark Challenge is pretty cool as well. All enemies have lowered speed during battles. These are, like I said, this is what I like about a lot of these, is they change everything, and they change what happens and stuff, and I think it really does add that extra feeling to it. So we now have also encountered the Legion of the Gore Queen. She's probably going to go after Grond. So if we can deal over here quickly and not have to deal with the Ancestral Throng, if we're lucky. Do we know of the Ancestral Throng straight away? No, we don't. We know that I know that they're there, but I don't know of them as a faction, which is kind of the problem, you know. Yeah. So we'll go to the next turn, as turn 2 is always really, really short compared to turn 3. It's like Malekith. Malice is building up. He does have Obsidian, which is always a good building, I believe. I am worried about the Gore Queen, because she is quite powerful and annoying. Okay, nothing of interest happened for us. Okay. So immediately, let's just again check this, see if there's anything that's going on.
Dark Cirrus.
He could make an actual alliance for Grond. Yeah, Valkyrie is only at war with you, so that may not be in my best interest right now. So I'm gonna just hold off on that, and we could confederate Grond.
If I must bandy words with you, at least make it quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna immediately take that. There's like, why wouldn't I? So we have now immediately captured this. We're gonna quickly do this just to make sure we thing. And we are now currently losing slaves, which means we need a building that gives us slaves. There is a, I can't remember which one it is. There's a building that generates slaves. Is it not one of you? Oh well. But we have now got Spiteful Peaks.
High
You can go in the bin because we don't need you right now. So if Valky is smart, she will leave us be. She is currently ranked 31. We are ranked 20. So I'm liking our odds of her leaving us alone. We have got gold now as well, which is nice. I don't know how the hell we got Grond so easily, but all right. And in Grond, we can build the Tower of Prophecy, which then upgrades the Dark Covenant of Sorcery. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We can also build Cavalry here, which is really good. We've got Dark Riders. Then eventually Doomfire and Dark Riders with shields, which is, yeah, really good. Let's get the gold. Losing slaves is not great for us right now, but we could reduce the number of slaves used in this region. Do I really care about reducing it, though? I don't think it's as big of a matter right now. I think we're going to just increase the growth of this place. We're not going to worry about upgrading that yet, I don't think. Yeah, Grond has given us quite a nice little extra amount of like stuff there, which is nice. So, let's go to the Shrine Altar of Ultimate Darkness. Oh no, who knew? Wait, Malekith doesn't have... Oh, Malekith doesn't have a wall attacker anymore. God damn it, SFO. Yeah, we'll just build those two. So we'll... Oh, wait. No, we don't need two of you. We'll just attack them next turn. Oh, can we do... Yeah, we'll do those. Beautiful. And there we go. We've encountered the Ancestral Throng. So how powerful are the Ancestral Throng early on? Rank 69, and he is a War of Clan Septic, as am I. So it could be that the game is going to immediately put me into combat with him. But I'm probably going to also be immediately into combat with her as well. And if we're lucky, there's Skaven up here that she might try and fight. If not, we've took her first target off of her. So, as much as I don't really like high Beastmasters, which is the reason I didn't worry about getting them, because early on they're not going to be as useful, I don't think. Supreme Sorceress of, like, kind of maybe Shadows or Lore of Dark Magic, which is, let's just double check what gets what. Let's just go to our spells. So Dark Magic is what our boy Malekith uses, and Shadows is not bad. Death would be better if we could get. Can we do Death? We can do Death. The Dark Vocalist, which gives her extra winds of magic, spell resistance, reload time for her arm for blood whack Medusas, and all enemies have lowered speed during battle. That's just fucking great. Or Shadow Manipulator, where she gets passive ability Shadow of Grond. You know, this is better. Yeah, we're gonna go with you.
Supreme Sorceress of Grond.
And currently we can recruit a lot of units per turn, so I'm gonna get 3 of you, and 2 of you for now, just to make sure we've got some semblance of infantry to start up there. Now, this is going to cost me a lot of gold, but that is acceptable, I think, early on. Also, Dark Elves are going to hate me for a while. Oh, well. Clan Septic has 2 territories left, which means I'm probably going to get one, and more than likely, our great friend over there will get one too. Now, there are no Dark Arcs. You can't recruit anything else. We're currently losing 6, which is acceptable, so let us, well, let us end the turn, I think, and see what happens. But I am liking our odds of this not being too big of a problem. We'll probably be able to slow her down until Malekith just swings up and slaps her, because while I know that Chaos is very strong, it does take a few turns for them to really get going. But then again, I have not played them in SFO, so I may be wrong. Okay, the Ancestral Throng apparently did nothing of interest, because they just skipped straight past them. And Mouse is doing a lot of a slower growth than I would do. Ooh, he's got a full army down there. Interesting. Okay, so Haggrave has been construction. We've unlocked the... Okay, we've unlocked the Sacrifice to Akati, which we're now going to change into 3 Dark Portents. You're going up by 2, you're going down by 19. Well, I guess if we just let our slaves fight to the death for now, you know, might be useful. Capture 3 provinces, and we get the Crown of Black Iron. Awesome. Research founded on tyranny's done, so what do we want to go for now? Anything with extra slaves might be a good idea. Let's do Revelance Law so we can keep upgrading, like get more growth everywhere. We could build you up, but I think right now my main goal should be, again, to get this army into a position of, you know, position to kind of help itself, like be enough. But I think we should go take the Altar of Ulma Darkness, don't you guys? So let's do it. Yeah, they've got Infectory the Warpsmith. Infecticay? Is that what it's called? Infecticay, yeah. I'll just make sure I read that right. It's definitely one of those names you read twice. Now, I have fought Skaven holds way more than enough time to know where I want to go. If I'm remembering correctly... Right there, yep, I am remembering correctly. Right. We do not want spearmen on the wall.
Dark elves.
We want you two on the wall.
Merciless warriors. Dark shards.
Okay, apparently you can't deploy... Okay, that's interesting. I didn't actually know that. You can't deploy... So I can deploy, like, all of my crossbows here. I can deploy you two there. My Cold One chariots. All of my spear units. And my Blackguard. But I can't put these guys forward because they're, they've got these, so... Oh, wait, no. You there. You there. And you there. Oh, no, he can still attack the wall. The game just doesn't want you to. Oh, that tower is hitting like a freight train. And that tower has a very, very wide thing, so there's no point trying to avoid the tower. Yeah, Malekith should be fine. I do love the look of Dark Elf stuff. Like, it just looks angry, and I love it. Got our lovely Dark Shards just attempting using their... They look like repeating crossbows. But they're not, but they look like it. Now, Malekith is going to do this really cool thing called then fuck the police and just casting his spell through the wall. Beautiful. He does have his post of toughness, which is not really necessary, but not necessarily like this second in time is what I'm getting at.
Cold-blooded killers, without question.
You know what? You go help. Sorceress, just get up there as well.
Battle ready. Going.
It's one of those situations where we just need to break that. Once we break that door down, oh, it has 30,000 health. Okay, I see the reason why we were not expected to break like in.
Punishing them.
Following orders.
You know what, you two? Pull back over here. There's just no reason to have you up front.
Advance.
Actually, you go there and put your thing back on. Yeah, you go over there and we'll come down here. Actually, Malekith, can you go over there, please? I'm going to keep you at the front so you can keep casting spells. Use that just to make sure we keep getting this up. Move you guys up. Move you guys right there. Yeah, we're going to lose a few troops due to the walls and whatnot. Yeah, there's no point shooting at that. I did not realize he was going to I was going to nuke the wall. Well, I didn't realize they had so defended walls. Murderous Prowess is going well. Yeah, their tower is doing quite a number on our troops. And you're group 1 for now, which is good. All right, let's move you up because your guys are going to need to go straight into the straight through the door. Oh. Cheers, game. That was a really beautiful thing you just did for me there. Oh, wow. That gate is getting absolutely wrecked. There we go. Get in there, lads. And Blackguard, I want you in there next. You go there. You go there. And you two reform. Yeah, my sorceress really isn't that useful yet because she still doesn't have spells I actually like. Let's just put that on you. Actually, your job is to find the warlord, yeah. Bro, there's a literal fucking gate there. Alright, apparently don't go through the gate, whatever. I should stay to say start damaging her to get extra spell magic. That's right, get in there, lads. Let's pull our Blackguard in just so they can teach these clan rats the meaning of pain. Holy shit, he's already on the wall. Alright, fair enough. Wait, there's the warlord I want you to fight. Yeah, I'm assuming there's another warlord some. Oh, they have a Plague Claw catapult. I did wonder what was shooting at us, to be honest.
Dread spears. Moving out.
Our men over here should be able to do what they're doing. One more and we can, you know, not spam, but cast this spell again. I do love Chill Wind. It's such a beautiful spell. That's a bit too far away. That isn't, though. Yeah. Malekith has lost more health to random magic. Wait, did he not he didn't overcast that, did he? Huh, he must have somehow miscast that. Now, Malekith is actually a lower level than this lord, but he should be able to slap him into the ground anyway. Right. Now, Bleak Swords, I want you to go over there. And you need to go there.
Merciless warriors.
You guys keep fighting there. That's great. I don't think that Plague Claw catapults is going to just retreat, so we are going to have to send our troops in over after it. But now that I've thought about it, I literally have a much better unit. Yeah, you guys just pull back for now. You guys get out of the way as well. We have a much better unit for pursuing. Yeah, come on, Malekith. He's a feckin' rat. Stab him. Oh, there's a warlord there as well. Well, good for him. Come on. Over you go. Yeah, Malekith's just going to keep trying to go after him. He's like, oi, I'm not done with you, you little shite. There we go.
Moving out. Blackguards.
I am ready.
That's right. Take that tower that we don't need, bud. You got this. Oh, there's also some clan rats over there. Okay. Go stab that, will you? How many have we lost? Only about 40, which is not as many as you'd expect, really. But then again, we're just fighting an introductory stuff, aren't we? We're not exactly like fighting anything super, you know, problematic. Yeah, look at that, already tired, and look at all our stats just disappearing.
Dealers in death. Forward.
I like how those clan rat spears down there think they matter.
No mercy. Blood for Cain. Carnage awaits. Hack, cut.
As far as those clan rats are able to hold them, hold my Cold One chariots, to be fair. Yeah, Malekith is refusing to let that Skaven. There we go. He's refusing to let that Skaven like run away. There was another warlord, but I'm assuming he's there. Malekith, you have a new target. Go kill.
Chariots. Kill everything.
Yeah, they're bringing the Skaven slave spear or clan rat spears. The Plague Claw catapult should be dead at this point easily. Yeah, they don't have enough men to operate it. Good. Run you away. Yeah, at this point, it's more just of a formality. This the end of this battle.
Cold-blooded killers.
Leak swords. Go get the clan rat spears. You guys get the clan rats.
Battle ready.
Yeah. Pull you down there. So we're still just kind of shooting at these guys.
Dark elves.
Yeah, you guys may just want to get off the wall and go sit there for now. just in case we don't shoot our own troops a bit anymore. Yep, the Blackguard have made contact, and we have lost our first Blackguard. They have cavalry. Oh yeah, these guys have cavalry bane. That's a cool ability. Just completely fucks over cavalry, which is exactly what you'd want to see, isn't it, really? And Bleak Swords are just anti-infantry, which makes sense. Let's watch our chariots have some fun, you know?
Rodent scum!
Hey, the Cold One murdered that poor Skaven. Good. It definitely feels like they did not try that hard with their charge. They kind of phoned in that charge. Why have you guys got so much morale? Ah, defending a victory point. Yeah, we'll speed up just for the rest of this battle. There we go. One little last spell placement there, and the battle ended as it should have, with a victory for Malekith. Now, these early victories are definitely going to give me some false confidence. We need to remember that false confidence is not necessary. We should not listen to it, because we know we're going to have to fight some legendary like lords soon. One of which really doesn't like us because he's from Naggaroth. One of them is a goddamn dwarf who hates everyone, and the other is the Gore Queen, who is just an absolute bitch anyway. But still, we should be fine. We should be fine. Depending on how quickly the Gore Queen levels up, we may not have a problem with her. We'll see. Hey, free Witch King authority, some slaves, and some treasury. Now, did Malekith finally level up? Yes, he did. Finally. We will, of course, loot as well, just to make sure we get those extra slaves. We've now unlocked the sacrifice to Cain. So we've unlocked everything but the sacrifice to Mathlan. And let's get Route Marcher, because Route Marcher is very important. We're going to give you Fireball, because I'd like you to get access to your spells soon. Now, I'm only going to recruit 2 more units for you, and that's it. We're not recruiting any more men now. I'm going to do that. Yeah, we know they've got a full 20 stack down there.
I'm not much for words, but I'm pretty nifty with an axe.
Yeah, he has a massive aversion to us, which is fine. Right. Anyone of in... Okay, Har Grief would like to trade now.
No place for the weak. No help needed.
Thank you, Malice. Love you. I do love Malice. He's one of my favorite characters. He's just so cool. Okay, so we're still, you know, obviously taking a big hit from the Confederation, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, we've expanded a little quickly, and I mean a little too quickly. Is definitely kind of maybe on point here. We'll be adding another 800 to our thing, so we can definitely afford the armies we're running, which is good. How are we doing in terms of what are we trading? So we're trading all of our marble away. That's great. Kar is surprisingly our best ally. But then again, once we can get Har Grief, we're going to be so happy. Wait, that's not Kar. Kar's over there. But either way, I was referring to this because look at that. The face of Har Grief, or the Dark Crag. It's so beautiful. But more importantly, there's also this now, the Gate to the Underworld Sea, which is just really cool. I don't think I can see any other places right now. Oh yeah, no, there's Clark Harrond, which has the layers of Clark Harrond, which gives some exotic animals stuff, and then the ability to recruit war hydras and also free goddamn hydras for that place. That's I was gonna say that's hilarious, but that's just amazing, isn't it? Are you where the forest is, or am I misremembering? Wait, let me just zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that is indeed where the forest is. We're gonna need to destroy that forest at some point. Ah, so these go up. I don't know why. I don't know if they go like all the time, but Interesting. Maybe they go down when you don't have one active. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping you don't leave so I can just kill you and get extra slaves. But unfortunately, we are actually going to have to end the first part of the true Phoenix King right here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, please do follow me on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, share. If you want the mods for yourself, they're all linked down below in the order I actually load them in as well. So if you're ever worried, Joe, what order do I need to throw these mods in? Probably like just literally download them in the order I've got them, position them in the order in the launcher, and you'll be sorted. But other than that, have a great day. Join the channel memberships if you're interested, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys then.